Peace, peace. What's good, world? Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Some bite down boxing presented by Pay Me No Mind. I'm kind. I guess I'm kind of a communicator or whatever, podcasting and vlogging and so on and so forth. But I really hate sayings and catchphrases that really people think they sound slick, but they don't really mean anything. They don't really live up to. People aren't consistent with it. And Deontay Wilder has kind of helped popularize the whole what's understood requires no explanation or needs no explanation and so on and so forth. And there's some slick stuff that, a brother told it to me shooting pool years ago. And it was like the slickest thing that he said. The second slickest thing. The first thing that he ever said was a pair of lips will say anything. And that's what we have here. A pair of lips will say anything. Deontay Wilder could have just said, hey, the effects of the injury that I sustained was the problem. It wasn't that I was hurt. If you want to go with he wasn't hurting me. The effects and the buildup of those effects over a couple of rounds had me out of sorts. And my corner, against my wishes, they stopped the fight. I would never do that. I would never want them to do that. But they did. And they did it in part because we knew, one, we gave the crowd here tonight their money's worth going into the 6th, 7th round. And then secondly, we have the option for the third fight was out there, and I can come back and fight another day. And and you can tell, he can tell his diehard, his core fans, me. I would never, and it's good. We all moved on. You didn't need to come out and embarrass yourself with this 40-something pound, 45-pound outfit, with the Iron Man chest plate and the mask with the lights on it and all of that stuff. I could imagine that that the headpiece weighed a good 16 pounds by itself, maybe 20 or something. But I'm gonna say this though. You did step over the top rope when you came. You waved your man off and stepped over the top rope as normal. You didn't stumble or anything. You did it like normal and you climbed in the ring. Did it take something out of you? I don't know. Andre Ward said, he was commenting that you were pacing a lot and exerting energy. Maybe it's some truth to that. I got to take these fighters' words on some of this stuff because they've been there. They prepared for fights before. They've waited the 4 hours in the locker room, so on and so forth. Couple other entertainment thoughts since, we could say whatever. This and looking towards a trilogy fight. Now that he said that he 100% plans to execute, the rematch, a second rematch. I don't think it gets any better, to be honest with you. And I'm going to go into a couple of reasons. I don't know if you saw it. Back in 1992, there was this flick called Gladiator. And it was Brian Dennehy, Canadian actor, I believe. Cuba Gooding Jr. played Abraham Lincoln Haynes. And Brian Dennehy was Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn was running this illegal boxing thing. And Cuba Gooding was one of the better fighters in the circuit. Cuba did something and pissed him off, didn't go along with something that he wanted to do. And Brian Dennehy, he actually laces him up. Brian Dennehy is not an action guy. He doesn't have that. He's never had that type of body. But he puts on some kind of tights. He's an older fighter. And he beats the hell out of young Cuba Gooding Jr. Using a lot of old school techniques, stuff outside of boxing. I think he jams his head into a jab of Lincoln and hurts his hand. I don't know if that's possible. But I'm bringing this movie up because it's a mix of things that Wilder, he just doesn't do them naturally. And Tyson Fury can box and then be dirty seamlessly and instinctively. Second movie that I would reference, check out that Gladiator joint. Second movie, and I'm not trying to suggest, I'm not trying to liken Deontay Wilder to a female. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But it's in Heat, Wayne Grove. That he had the date with the young sister and was like, you don't understand what's going on here, do you? You were being visited by an angel of death or something, he told her, whatever. And she just thought it was a regular thing. She was going to get her money and get out of there and be on her way. She lost her life. Deontay Wilder never understood what was going on. Fury came in there on his BS. And like I said, he boxed him quickly, took control of the fight through his boxing, landed the shot that started the trouble. And then after he did that, he got into the dirty, the nasty side. We can call it the dog, but it was like atomic dog, really. And he started beating him up. He started beating his ass. And by the time it became, and this is similar. I sat and watched Tyson Fury do this to Steve USS Cunningham. He got that knockdown, and then Tyson got up and was hitting him with the wrist, forearm, elbow, head, and he beat the fight out of Cunningham. I think because Wilder's technique and his boxing is so limited, it's gonna be difficult for him to do all this other stuff. Plus, he's a smaller heavyweight, weight-wise. So the wrestling and all of that stuff, I just don't think. I don't see it being any different. Now, what was so great about that Wilder knockdown in the 12th round of the first fight? The most beautiful thing in that whole sequence is the cleanup left hook. That's Wilder's best moment in his career to me. To see that, to instinctively throw that and add something behind that right hand. He never added anything to that behind the right hand the other night. Never. And it's because of how he delivers that right hand. He's not set up and not, he doesn't have a foundation to add a left hook after that. I know I'm running out of time, but you never saw him shoot the same shot, the calm, poised, measured shot that he touched and the way he set it up with Ortiz. Although Fury wasn't allowing that to be done. That's part of it. But you never saw him throwing straight like that. It was back to the wild stuff and the elongated arc of his punches. Another thing, and it's kind of manifesting itself right now. And we just saw going into the rematch. One thing that I'm looking for when a fighter is going to a rematch, I want to hear either the coach or the fighter. What changes are you going to make? What are you going to do differently? That gives me an idea what to expect in this next fight. Wilder is only going to try to fight harder. He's only going to bring more heart. He may not even change up his corner. He already lost. He subtracted one cornerman. But 2 examples. When AJ went into the situation with the rematch with Ruiz, I never heard anything from his coach, McCracken? I can't remember it. But I wanted to hear what he was going to say. What changes, what did he see they needed to do different? What was going to be different? Tell me, I'm listening. But what came out was Vlad told AJ, and so, others made the same comment, but supposedly him and Vlad talked, and Vlad was like, hey, Michael Phelps doesn't lift weights all day and jog all day. He swims all damn day. You need to box all damn day. Andre Ward was like, leave them battle ropes alone, bro. So that's what we came in. He mentioned that was mentioned. And then on fight night, we saw his strategy change. We saw his execution change. I see. I saw that. Fury, He said a number of different things. You couldn't believe 90% of them, but you saw the weight difference. You saw the change to Sugar Hill Stewart. And from the very first round, from the opening bell, you see new strategy. We coming to get you. This ain't like it was last. They threw more punches in the first 30 seconds than they threw in the first 2 rounds. Lastly, and I'm going to get on off here, Deontay Wilder, he said nothing new going into this rematch. He said nothing new. He said, I'm going to finish. This time, I'm going to put him down. This time, he's going to stay down. That was his whole thinking. I don't need to change anything. I'm oblivious to the fact that we went 12 rounds, that I just went 12 rounds with a dude who came off the couch after 31 months, fought 2 nobodies, and 6 months later fought me, and I needed 12 rounds to get a draw. I don't need to change anything. I don't need to get nobody new in camp. You know, he criticized Fury changing cornerman trainer. He said different things about AJ's situation. I don't need to do nothing. And you're like, it was over our head because it sounded plausible. But then you get in here, like I said, he was uncomfortable early from the pressure that was being put on him, the look that he was being given. He had all he thought about was what he was going to do, which was be him. And had no, JDs and those guys had no idea that they were being visited. And why I'm saying the Wayne Grove reference and how sick that dude was, we see Tyson in the 6th round licking this, acting like he's licking his blood off of this dude. This is a sick dude. This is a sociopath running around in the ring because the bell rung. And, everything goes. So, the Deontay Wilder was just like, I'm a put him down this time, and if he get back up, I'm gonna put him down again. How, bro? How, Sway? How do you plan to do that? And like I said, Fury, his boxing, his Fury also had a plan for that right hand this time. He had a much different plan. He was taking the step back. He was reading it. The tails that Deontay has. He was rolling with some of them. Because he only has one thing. He only has one thing to worry about. One thing to worry about. Because Deontay said, he said it. All I need to be for 4 or 5 fights now. I only need to be perfect for 2 seconds. Okay. It's going to be a long night trying to find that 2 seconds because I'm not giving it to you. So, you mean to tell me in August, September, October, you really mean to tell me that you're going to close the levels gap, the levels differential, you're going to close all of that again, that shows right there, confidence can be hubris. You know what I mean? So I've already been on here 13 minutes and 20 seconds too long. Just trying to give you some things to think about. Hey, champ, Deontay Wilder, man, you don't owe us any explanation, man, because it was already understood. You battled for 4 rounds. Your team helped you out. Mark Breland helped you out. Just take that, just grab that hand and go get ready for go get ready for what's next. Bite down boxing, don't let them count you out. Pay me no mind. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.